Hello, everyone. One of the biggest misconceptions and one of the biggest problems in a relationship is when both parties accuse each other that the other party doesn't understand them. So a woman complains that her husband doesn't listen to her, he doesn't understand what he wants, he doesn't care. And a man accuses his wife or his partner that she is always complaining. She is never satisfied. She always tries to control him. And when this is happening, this is when resentment starts to kick in. This is when the ego kicks in. And this is when the relationship, the marriage starts to deteriorating. And I was always wondering, I am married to a wonderful man for 17 years now, almost 17 years now. And it was not always a walk in the park. We had our problems, we had our misunderstandings. And as I was getting ready for this video, I was thinking back when we had our biggest fights. Because yes, couples fight. When what was the cost of our biggest fight? And always it started from a misunderstanding. I said something, he understood differently, he replied based on what he understood, and then I got angry, I got irritated, I replied back, and from there it was downhill. And it took us a lot of time to come to the point where when I say something and I can see that he doesn't like it or he reacts, then I don't snap. I'm not allowing my ego to kick in, and instead I am asking a second question. And that question is, what did you understand? What do you believe I said? I said that it upset you. What do you believe I was implying? And just by this, by pausing, and instead of allowing the urge to come in just to respond, just to say something nasty back, just to pause for a second and ask the second question, it saved our marriage from lots of arguments and lots of misunderstandings. But in order to get to this point, both parties must be willing to learn and to understand each other more. You see, men and women are different. And you can hear lots of experts saying that there is the feminine force and the masculine force. And yes, women, they have feminine force, men, masculine force. But nowadays, we tend to try to change our partners. Women are trying to make their partners more feminine. Not consciously, but they are demanding from their partners to feel them, to act like them. And as one of my dear mentors say, we try to make our men hairy women. And when we do that, when we manage to make our man behave like a woman, then we don't want him. We don't feel attracted to him. Because two feminine forces, there is no polarity between them. Same happens with when a woman has more masculine force inside of her. And we live in a very masculine world. Women must become masculine at work in order to excel in their careers. We believe that we need to be masculine. So we've lost the softness. We are shutting down our feelings because we don't want to for others to think that we are weak. But when we do that, and we constantly do that, even when we are not at work and we are coming back home, when we keep doing that, the result is that I am a masculine woman and I have a masculine man in the house, and the two forces are clashing. And again, there is no polarity and there is no attraction. And this is when the marriage, the relationship starts having cracks. You can see the cracks. And it's not the excuse. Many of us have all these excuses. Yeah, we've driven apart because of all the responsibilities, or because of the kids, because of the problems. We are so stressed. These are excuses. These are our stories. The reason that we are going apart and we end up from having a lovely, beautiful, passionate relationship to having a relationship like two roommates that they don't have any attraction between them have, is because we allowed our resentment, our anger, the cause of not really understanding each other to become stronger, and we lost our willingness to stop trying to find a way to minimize the gap between us. And yes, we may still love each other after 10, 15 years, but love without passion, a marriage without spark, it's friendship. It's companionship. It's I am settling because I am afraid to do something different. But life is short. And certainly, I wouldn't want my marriage to be dual. I wouldn't want me and my husband to be sitting next to each other, but be miles apart. To look each other, and instead of feeling that attraction, to get angry or resentful. To point the fingers constantly to each other, accusing each other. This is not a beautiful thing to live every single day. This is not a good life to have every single day. And I'm not talking to be in each other arms all together 24/7. I am talking about that beautiful relationship where you can sense what's really going on with your partner, where you miss him when he's not around, where you want to see her and just smile to her, where you sit together and you talk about what's going on in your worlds, because yes, we both have different worlds, women and men, and we come together to discuss, and there is this support, this presence. And not we are sitting together, we go out for, let's just say, a dinner, and we are sitting and suddenly both of us, we are on our phones scrolling. This is not a relationship. And kids are not our excuse. They shouldn't be our excuse. So remember how you were when you first met each other. How did you feel then? You can feel it again now. But in order to be able to reach to that stage again, you need to make the effort to understand each other without ego, without I'm gonna do it if he does it first. No. We need to start paying attention and understanding what we need. What are the things that they make us happy? What will make me as a woman shine, feel good, feel beautiful? And then our man needs to know what are his needs, what satisfies him, what makes him happy, what he wants from his relationship, what would he love to have from you. And the same applies to yourself. What would you love to receive from him? And when you are clear, both of you, on each other's needs, then you come together and you create your relationship needs. And this is how you start having better communication, better understanding, and better relationship. As everything else, our relationship needs work. It needs presence. Our relationship needs both of us to want to be together, to want to support each other, to love each other. And the best way, if you don't have this kind of relationship, the best way is, the first step, let's just say, is to start talking to each other with honesty. Not with anger, not with pointing and accusing each other, pointing the finger and accusing each other. Just starting to talking, communicating, expressing your feelings. As women, we like to express how we feel without accusation though. Just talk. The first step is to just talk slowly, without arguing, with the intention of understanding. This is how you can start working on making your relationship stronger, on closing the gap. If you really love each other, and if you really want to make your relationship to work, then you will find a way. And the first step is to start communicating. So, this is what I had for you today. I would like to wish you a wonderful weekend. Go ahead and arrange a date with your partner, with your husband, with your wife. Arrange a date where your mobile phones are off. And try to pay attention to each other. Try to see beyond the exterior, to see the soul of each other, to see the person inside. Remember how was when you first met. How did you feel? That spark, that energy, that feeling in your stomach. Remember that and start talking from that place. So until next time I see you, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and go again and start making beautiful memories again. This is Penelope Miguglianidi, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful date night. Bye-bye for now.